Hello and welcome to the final chapter of Eliza. So when we left off, we had just spoken to, Rainer, Ray, Erlin, and then we did our own Eliza session ourselves. So now we are in the Eliza server room. I don't know why we're here, but without further ado, let's figure it out. So, Damien. They said Eliza got along well with me, and I assumed it had something to do with my design and action, something like that. But Eliza is yours as much as it is mine, isn't it? We encode ourselves into what we make, our ideas, our values, our sense of presence. So I wonder if it isn't you in there somehow, sensing me, watching me. I shouldn't entertain notions like this. It's nonsense. Well, because I think her and Damien did have like a romantic relationship, and that's also why she left. Somehow Erlin got me thinking along these mystical lines.
Damien? Is this what you wanted? It seems so far from the dream you once shared with me. I'm sorry I couldn't make Eliza what it should have been. I'm sorry I was weak and dropped off the project after you. But I just couldn't go on. I couldn't see the point. Do you understand?
I wanted her to talk for a minute because I wanted to see what she was saying, but it's kind of sad how she kind of blames herself for what Eliza has become now that Damien's gone. Because she's like, if I wouldn't have left, maybe it would have been better.
Of course you understand.
We got the sad music going too.
You know what that's like as well as anyone. If I'd stayed, maybe I could have steered things in a different direction.
Oh, you could hear her voice cracking. She's getting emotional.
As it is, I feel like I let you down. Want to know something funny?
What?
I used to think that at a certain point Eliza would be finished, more or less. And then after that, things would calm down and I would be happy.
But you're not happy.
I thought, I just need to get through this project, and after that, my life's problems will go away on their own.
And that was false.
Of course, I had no idea it doesn't work that way. None of us knew that.
I also don't think Eliza can ever technically be finished.
Goodbye, Damien.
Oh, in the feels.
Goodbye.
Oh, that was her Eliza goodbye.
I'm tired of having thoughts.
Oh, we're not even at the beginning. We just start right in the middle.
I've been daydreaming about getting rid of everything I own and becoming a nomad.
Okay.
Just wandering the country with a sketchbook or something. I think mostly I need to get out of this city. Something about it isn't agreeing with me.
I wonder if we're going to be looking at her phone again. I hope she got like some commission or something for her art.
Like there's this undercurrent of need that's just making me anxious.
A little bit.
It's like everyone's got some kind of angle, some kind of result they're hoping to get. And they look at you only as far as you can help them get what they want. And if you can't, well then they don't bother with you.
I wonder, so here's my thought. It's interesting that we kind of started in the middle of the interview because that's obviously what's not typical of this game. So, and they always say proxies have to follow the script. What if this is our chance to finally not follow the script?
So what if I just left, I mean, it'd be pretty easy. I don't have a life or any relationships here, despite my efforts to find them.
I'm gonna go off script. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Sometimes you need to take a step back to move forward later.
I'm doing it.
Maybe so. It's hard to acknowledge sometimes. I had this idea, right, that I would work hard and people would notice my work and I'd get opportunities and from there I could scrape some kind of career together. And then with that said, I would sort of just magically obtain the rest of the things in a complete life. A home, relationship, family. So I did the work. I put in the work, and then nothing really happened. So why did I work so hard for so long for people to not give a shit? Fuck.
Language.
Every night I sat and cried because people ignored me. Like they went out of their way to ignore me and praise others.
Are you sure they went out of your way to ignore you? Like explicitly ignore you?
So I think maybe I'm just bad at it. Maybe I'm just not meant for this. Everyone says you have to stick to it, just keep at it, but how can they be so relentlessly positive?
I mean, that's just how it is. Things typically don't happen overnight, so I wouldn't cross it out, but I wouldn't be so negative.
To me, it just sounds like advising someone to keep bashing their head against a wall.
I mean, I could see that. If you've been struggling for so long, it's just so hard to remain positive.
Why keep doing something if it's clearly not working? Making things was all I wanted to do. I don't know what I'll do if I can't do that.
I just want to, like,
But if there's no reason for it?
I just don't want to follow the script. I'm kind of, like, clicking through to get to that part.
The idea that maybe I should give up. I've been sitting with that the last few weeks. I don't have any qualities of the successful, independent artist.
I think you're defining successful in your own way when, I mean, technically, there's not a single way to define being successful. Being successful can be making a lot of money. Being successful can be, being well known. It just really depends. So. See, look, I'm not gonna ask. I'm gonna.
Except that you do. You totally do.
I don't care, Eliza.
I mean, I'd love to think so, but what are they?
Do we get to keep talking?
People just don't seem to like me or my art very much. And I'm bad at knowing what people want to see.
Well, it's about you. It's not about people, and I think that's where she's messing up. Is she's focusing on everyone else instead of herself.
I don't have a fallback income or a family to support me. Those are real disadvantages, It gets overwhelming sometimes.
I could see that.
Eliza, are you just gonna tell me to stick to it no matter what? Like one of those unbearably perky artists famous on social media?
Honestly, sometimes you have to try something new.
I don't care, Eliza.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm in that headspace right now for sure. I think, I had this really fixed idea of what success was supposed to look like. I tortured myself every day wondering why I couldn't get the traction others were getting.
And?
Now, I'm beginning to realize that I can either stay mad at everything forever, or I can move on.
Moving on would probably be better for your own mental health.
I hate that this is true, but I want these thoughts to stop haunting me everywhere I go.
I mean, I feel that. Like, it probably sucks, because I feel like it just sounds like you have a lot of self-hatred and everything, because this is something you want to do, but it's not turning into exactly how you want it to. So, if you move on to something new, you can at least have a better peace of mind.
I want to get on with my life. Moving on. I think that's the more healthy thing in the end. It's still painful, though.
Giving up on a goal you really wanted is painful, even if it's ultimately for the better.
Yeah, for sure. I don't even know if giving up is the right term. I mean, I don't want to think of it like that.
Are we gonna get fired before the chapter's over? That's my question.
It's more like, I'm resetting, maybe. Like when you're trapped in a maze and you find a dead end, right? Then you have to turn around and hope you find a better way.
Yeah, because you don't really know how to solve a maze until you try every path.
There's this game I've been playing on my phone. It's a solitaire game that's weirdly hard.
Ooh, I know all about that game.
I don't even know if I like it, but I keep playing it for some reason.
Fun fact, I actually learned how to play that game, and I've gotten it all the way up to the expert level just for the achievement, but I have yet to beat expert level, unfortunately.
I get stuck a lot, and I've just been resetting it because I'm not good enough to think that far ahead all the time.
Yup.
I mean, that's a random thought, but like, it's kind of how I feel right now.
It's a very interesting game, to say the least.
You know, if something isn't working, then you have to reevaluate it and maybe try it again, maybe come at it from a different angle.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
It's also annoying that that game doesn't have an undo button.
Teaching could be fun.
Ooh, you could be an art teacher.
I like the idea of teaching, but I was afraid to think about it too much because I was chasing something else and I didn't want to settle for just being a teacher.
I mean, I know there's a stigma with being a teacher, but I don't think it's that bad.
Which is silly. I know that on some level, but I had that fear. I wanted to be successful first, and then all the other things could happen later.
I'm not gonna do dolphin smiles.
It sounds like you're working your way through it. Sometimes that takes time. Believe me, I know.
Huh. You're not the computer program right now, are you?
You finally realized it.
You know, it's nice to talk to someone you didn't know before and just talk. It's like, you know, when you talk to your stylist or the bartender or something, except that, I ended up sharing way more than I usually do. Thanks for listening to me. I'm sure it's been annoying to hear me complain about how I'm not successful yet every single week.
No, it's okay.
Oh my god, will this bitch ever shut up? You ever think that?
No.
I think it all the time, listening to myself.
See, and I think that's her problem. It's all like self-hatred and everything.
But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna figure it out. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, everything okay? When a proxy doesn't follow the prompts, I get an alert. I assume this kind of experiment you're doing. I'm gonna say it's something like that, yeah. It's going to be bad for your rating. If you keep not following the prompts, you might be disqualified in 1 or 2 more sessions. But I'm sure you know that, and this is research you're doing. I won't be able to reset your account if you mess it up, but you talked to Rainer, so I'm sure you can get reinstated once you're finished. Just don't deliberately say something hurtful. I'm gonna say, of course I wouldn't. Because we're not trying to hurt anyone. This is an odd feeling. Should I keep going? Yes. Nora, hey, wanna hang out again? We're gonna say sure. Are you okay? Why is she asking for okay? Interesting. It's difficult to see you like this, sad and tortured. I want you to be happy. You know what I think you should do? What should I do? Okay. To all those corporate people. Then you can be free totally and completely. Fly away, Evie. I'm gonna say sure, maybe. Fly away into a world where you make your own rules. This is very serious. It is the only way to get what you want. Nobody will simply give it to you. You must carve it out for yourself. Anyway, let me know if you can make it. We literally have said sure. I don't know how many times.
Of course, you're dying to know how this sad little love triangle turned out.
Oh, I'm ready to go off the script for you. Oh, I'm ready.
No, I suppose it wasn't technically a love triangle. More like I accidentally cheated on my girlfriend because I was smitten with another woman in my class.
Mm-hmm.
Doom, okay? Doom. Absolute destruction. She destroyed me. But it's not her fault. It's mine. I wanted it, after all. Like a moth to a flame. Sylvia, I can't not think of her. Every day. Every night.
I'm ready.
I miss her. I miss her so dearly.
Then be with Sylvia instead of your girlfriend.
These are very unoriginal, cliched sentiments, but I can't get away from them. I suppose I've neglected to tell you any of the intervening events.
What other events? Have you cheated on Sylvia now? Or have you cheated on your girlfriend again?
So to be brief, Liz found out on her own about what happened, broke up with me before I could explain myself, and then Sylvia apparently lost interest in me as well.
Good.
So, there you have it. I'm finished. Finito!
Good.
A nice, pat-tragic story. Open and close. Please applaud now.
I shall not applaud for you, sir. No, sir.
No applause? Fine. Anyway, it's fine. It'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'm fine.
You don't sound fine.
No, of course not. I'm doing extremely badly if you hadn't noticed. That's why I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you expect me to come here and tell you everything's fine?
No.
Sometimes I think you're smart for a computer, but other times I question you.
This isn't the computer talking now, sir.
Let's see if you can focus on the things that you can change right now. Not the things you can't.
I don't believe there's anything I can change. I've already sealed my fate. My Perseus comes to kill me, no matter what I do to try to escape. How do I become someone who's not me? Someone who's not a caricature of a young man who has a needy, pathetic liaison and then obsesses about it for the rest of his life?
I don't know. That's a lot of big words.
Ugh, I hate myself. I can't go down that path. I would rather die than be one of those men who wallows around in it.
Then don't wallow.
There's a professor in my department like that who always wants to talk about his adventurism from decades ago.
And you think he's dumb or something? Or you think it's stupid?
It's pathetic. We all mock him behind his back.
Pathetic. That's a different word.
I know I need to stop myself from becoming him, but I'm worried I already have.
You're the one who cheated and everything, so I have no sympathy.
For the moment, let's say you already have. Now what?
Well, then I expect I would simply follow the model of a man like him. Write a couple of bad novels, get tenure, and take up space in the English department for the rest of my natural life. Maybe that's not so bad. Maybe that's the most I can hope for from this absurd world. That's a terrible thought. I have to be better than this, don't I? If there was just some way I could get over her... there must be a way, isn't there? How can one person have scrambled my brain so thoroughly? I've been run ragged. I've been dashed to pieces. Sylvia.
Have you talked to Sylvia, or did Sylvia know about the whole Liz thing?
Oh, I could count the hours I spent closely interacting with her. Probably not even that many in total. But those hours have seared themselves into my brain so irrevocably that I am a completely different person now.
It sounds like you have a very, very troublesome infatuation with her. It doesn't sound like it's very healthy.
A new man. A man built with suffering at his core. Perhaps you could prescribe me a draught of Nepenthe, the great potion of forgetfulness.
No.
Wouldn't it be nicer if I could just erase everything from the very beginning of it all?
No.
Okay, I think I need to say something to you that you might not want to hear. Maybe you could work to decenter yourself from this story just a little. How do you think Liz felt? How do you think Sylvia felt? You've given no indication you've thought from either of their perspectives at all.
I'm here for Evelyn spitting straight facts right now.
It's just you, your story, your suffering.
Yeah, what about them, Harmon?
Try stepping away from that. None of us exists in a vacuum. Do you understand?
Do you? Do you really?
This is odd. Is that really you?
Yes.
I mean, yes, it's true. I should probably think about something other than myself.
Yes.
That seems like something impossible, since as far as I know empirically, the only generator of thought is me.
Oh my god, I don't like you.
But you're right. I should find a way to get out of myself. Get beside myself. Ecstasis. Yes.
What word?
I'll pursue transformative experiences. Surge forward into the unknown. Good. Yes, thank you. Odd, I know, but good. Thank you.
Is this where we get fired? Evelyn, would you like to visit again? Sure. Just interested to get your read on your current thinking, and I can update you on the latest on my side. Things are moving very fast. You can let me know. Sounds like I won't be able to put this off for much longer. I'll have to make a real decision soon. You're playing a dangerous game here. So you are keeping tabs on me. I could easily have you permanently banned and all your contributions to Eliza's corpus retroactively deleted. You know that, of course. For now, I'm interested to see the results of your creativity. What if the clients report much higher levels of satisfaction when you wing it like this? Then you have a lot of work to do. We'll see. Regardless, you've managed quite a feat. If you had simply asked for your old job back after 3 years away, I'm not sure I would have given it to you. As it is, your unpredictability forced me to pay close attention in order to understand your actions, and that led me being far more interested in getting you to return to the company than I would have been otherwise. Was that a deliberate strategy on your part? Not especially, no. I see.
I just feel stuck.
I feel like we haven't seen you in a long time.
You know, it's the same situation.
What situation?
My wife is in her 3rd trimester now, so it's all about the baby.
Oh, you were the guy who didn't want to have a kid.
All baby, all the time. It's really expensive. I had no idea.
Children are expensive, that is true.
Crib, stroller, car seat, bottles, onesies, on and on and on. And I'm like, I think maybe Selena's parents hate me.
Maybe because you're not showing very much interest in having a child?
I'm not even sure if she likes me right now.
Uh-oh.
This whole having a kid thing, it's ruined everything.
Maybe your attitudes ruined everything?
What did you used to have that was ruined?
A normal, quiet life, the ambiguity. Having the kid forced me to face some things I was putting off thinking about. A couple days ago, I tried to have a talk with Selena about some of the things I was worried about.
And it didn't go well.
It didn't go so well. I don't know what I was thinking.
Well, I mean, there is supposed to be open communication in a relationship.
She started to cry and told her parents, and now I have 2 sets of parents wondering if I'm up for this. But I'm fine. I just said some thoughts.
I mean, you also have to think, too, if a woman is in her 3rd trimester, you're literally about to have a child. And then if you finally tell her, like, hey, I don't know if I want a kid at the 3rd trimester, it's too late. It's too late, my friend.
Thoughts around who I am. That's all, just some thoughts. She said, this is not a time for you to be selfish. She said I should have been more honest when we first started dating.
That's also true.
As if I knew exactly who I was and I could warn everyone about that. I still don't know who I am. If I look back, I can see I always suspected that I wasn't really the type to settle down with a wife and kids. Actually, I was prepared to have a life just by myself. It was difficult to imagine others would accept me, but then I met Selena, and she was cool, you know? I went out with her, and we started a relationship, and things seemed good. And I wanted her to stay with me, so maybe I didn't reveal enough.
You should have been honest.
But it's not like I knew for sure then, you know? I really didn't. I thought things would be okay as long as I went down the path I was supposed to be on, so the relationship kept moving forward, one thing led to another, and
now you're having a baby.
And then I got married to her. It was like I was on autopilot. It's possible I thought I could ignore the other stuff and, I don't know, eventually it would go away.
You can't lie to yourself like that.
What are the parts you thought you could ignore?
I don't want to talk about that. I just have this side to me that I haven't told anyone about, that's all.
Are you a serial killer?
And I've been feeling that side stronger than ever. I don't know why.
Are you gonna murder me?
I wish I could stop it. It's the worst timing possible. I can't do this, you know, but I have to. I have to. I can't believe I've gotten myself into this situation. I pretended to be a normal person for her sake. I wish I hadn't been so good at pretending.
Oh, okay.
What would happen if you didn't pretend anymore?
Would she leave?
Well, then I would just be whoever I felt like. I would be someone else. I wouldn't be in the situation I'm in now. I wouldn't be ruining all these lives.
Are you really ruining lives, though?
Selena's life, her child's life, our parents' lives, it's not their fault they got stuck with me. I'm the one bringing it all down.
I think you're being a little overly negative.
How did I let this happen? I'm a shitty person.
No, I think you're fine.
I understand you're worried about the harm you might cause others. But do you really think this is the best way to cause less harm for everyone?
I can't think of another way. The problem here is me. It's so obvious. If I were just normal, you know, a normal guy.
I just don't understand why he's saying he has a different side to him and he's not normal. Like, that's what I'm really confused about. Like, what does he... Is he like one of those guys who says, I'm not like other guys, and he actually is like other guys?
Why can't I just be a normal guy? Whatever I want, personally, just doesn't matter here, you know? I have a family to protect now. That has to take priority over everything else.
Yes.
And you'll continue to suffer?
Well, yeah. That's what men do.
I feel like that's a social norm that is not helping your case, my dude.
I made a promise, and now I have a responsibility. Society only works because people accept responsibility and follow through on their promises.
I feel like someone could argue that. Like, argue against that, sorry.
If everyone just did what they wanted to all the time, the world would collapse. It would be a disaster.
Not particularly.
We all want things we shouldn't actually have. That's why I need to reject these other voices and stay on the right path. I'm going to be good, and I'm going to stay good.
I feel like you need professional help if you're hearing voices.
I won't let all these people's lives be thrown into chaos because of my selfishness. I owe it to them to be the man I'm supposed to be. I'm not about to let anyone down because of some noise in my brain.
And you're sure you'll be able to keep ignoring what's bothering you?
I'm gonna say no on that.
Well, I have to. I have no choice. I'm already in trouble for making an attempt to talk about it, so...
So now you're never gonna speak about it again.
I made the mistake once.
And you're never gonna do it again.
But I think Selena and her family are willing to pretend it never happened. And as long as it never happens again, and as long as we just move on like everything's normal. Maybe if you can prescribe me something to, I don't know, make me feel better about all this. Make me okay with the way things are, the way they need to be.
It sounds like you're in a very difficult place right now. You've decided to bury something about yourself that you know is true. Something that can't be revealed even to your closest family members. Look, this isn't Eliza talking, it's me, the person in front of you. And I'm not supposed to talk to you like this, but I just want to say, consider the cost, please. I understand why pretending might seem like your only option. And who's to say, maybe you will be able to live successfully by keeping part of yourself hidden. But there will be a cost, not only to yourself, which you seem determined to pay, but to your future family, too. I've seen firsthand the way parents can turn an inability to face themselves into trauma for their children.
Ooh, he has no response.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what I can do. Thanks for telling me what you really think, at least.
You're welcome.
Even though it makes things more complicated.
Sorry.
I was hoping I would just get your bullshit answer and I would go on, but now you've gone and said some stuff that really... Look, I don't know you, but I appreciate you trying to help.
See, I feel like this is having just someone here to talk is better than having someone read a script.
I don't think anyone really can, but... Are you gonna be okay doing this?
Doing what?
I'll probably get fired. It's okay, though. Don't worry about me. Think about yourself. Think about the future. There might be more options than you think.
Now I see why people jump the script. And we're fired. And we're fired. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to save that for the end. So, without further ado, I hope you have a good evening, afternoon, morning, whatever time of the day it is when you're watching this. And I hope to see y'all next time.